Portland is burning, but the feds are on the way. More mass shootings over the weekend. Digital ID is on its way. And the plans for new Gaza? Let's break it down today. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. Welcome to the Matt Kim Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Kim, joined by my co-host, Mr. Peter Saddington.
What's up, what's up? Smash the like button. Oh, I'm sorry. Stroke the like button gently with your cursor, my friends, and check in SAR. Our hearts go out to you on this Monday. Welcome, welcome. It's the Matt Kim Podcast.
Let us know where you're from. Let us know how you're doing. And I want to give a special shout out right at the top of the episode today.
Inner Circle.
To our new Patreon members and to the new Inner Circle members, Dylan and Mrs. CMS. They have joined the top tier of our Patreon. Thank you guys. We really appreciate you. Your support will really help us expand our show, grow our show, and basically stay online.
Now we can have lunch. now we can pay for lunch, guys. Yo!
So Dylan, Mrs. CMS, thank you guys. I really appreciate you. We really do. It really means a lot. And they've been part of the show and with us since kind of a really long time.
Yeah, kind of OGs.
OGs. So thank you.
Appreciate you. You're paying for lunch today.
And if you want to support the show and you like what we do, definitely go to Patreon and go check it out. We'll pop that up and put a link in the description below. We'll make sure you get that done. Dude, can we start with this clip? Because I love this clip. There's something about this clip that just had me rolling because it's so indicative of like how everything is going right now. Welcome. Can you just roll this clip?
Welcome to the week, guys. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh my god. Oh, nice to try.
I think before the clip, he was saying like, fuck Trump or something like this. And they're like baiting him. He dropped his phone and he goes back to grab his phone. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh shit, let's get this guy. I don't know why they decided to get him. Like he was just trolling them and he got away.
So are you indicating the, let's just say the lack of capability of our defensive systems?
I mean, the whole thing's a joke. You know, it's like Portland is burning and I get it. And
it's kind of tongue-in-cheek humor here.
Yeah, because, you know, they're talking about these big protests going on. And I'm watching these protests. And I think the protests on Friday night had like 15 people.
Yeah.
And then the big one had like a couple hundred people.
Yeah.
And they make it sound like the whole city is burning.
Yeah.
And then I'm watching all these clips of people in Portland like, bro, Portland's fine.
Yeah, nothing's happening.
Nothing's happening. But then now you see 200 more agents permanently stationed in Portland for the next 90 days, I think.
Exactly.
And I'm thinking like, dude, what is going on here?
Let me ask you this. Are they preparing the citizenry for, let's just say, military or state personnel in your cities? Is this going to be a persistent thing, Matt? Is that what they're trying to propagandize us with?
I mean, we saw them go into D.C. And I get it. D.C. is federal city and it's a little bit different than one of the states.
Yeah, it's not part of the America.
So I didn't like it, but I was like, okay, fine. Like that's their jurisdiction anyway.
Yeah.
And then they start going to Chicago and we've seen the videos over the weekend of all the feds rolling into Chicago. They're rolling into Portland now.
Coming to a city and state near you. Exactly. Atlanta, Georgia's next, guys.
And I'm thinking like, dude, I don't like this at all.
You don't like our government bringing in military personnel with military-grade weapons into cities?
You know, like what happened? Conservatives used to believe in federalism.
Yeah.
Used to believe in that idea of states' rights.
States' rights, yeah.
And states kind of have final say what happens within a state.
Kind of makes sense.
And the military is responsible for everything exterior to the borders. But now we're normalizing this idea of having federal troops come into your city to a town near you. And I'm thinking like, whoa, there's a huge percentage of the country like applauding this and cheering this.
It's a slow creep too.
Yeah.
It's not like they're rolling it out to 15 cities in like some sort of campaign or 20 cities or 30 cities. It's rolling it out after these protests. So there's always a quote unquote legitimate reason for them to roll in. But as you stated, and as I saw, these protests are a bunch of nothing.
I mean, they're a bunch of
it's
like super liberal and like they're kind of trolling and they're fine. They're maybe extremists, etc. But
let's be honest. When I see a guy in rainbow underpants, I don't see him as that dangerous.
he's got his rainbow underpants. He's got his gas mask on, and they're like sitting there. Everyone's got their cameras out. The whole thing's a show.
I don't see them as a dangerous threat.
And then the Soros attorneys are sitting there watching and monitoring all of it.
They're probably wondering, where are the bricks? They're not on time. Something like this.
I mean, we've seen it during BLM, and BLM was a lot of damage.
$2 billion.
$2 billion of just insurance damage.
Yeah.
Not including the exterior damage that they didn't pay out.
Not including salaries. Yeah, just $2 billion in. Yeah.
But then we had some federal troops, and that was a lot of damage. It's almost like that was a precursor to this, and people are like, "Hey, let's just get the feds in before it gets big." I don't know.
Well, wasn't there a precedent set on January 6th where there was like 275 feds in the crowds? You recently heard about that revelation, right? So I would go back farther. I would say I'm sure we could find evidence in events that are pre January 6th, but January 6th was the biggest heavy Fed. I can no longer see January 6th. I never saw it as an insurrection.
No,
that word never came out of my mouth because it doesn't make any sense.
No, that's stupid.
But I'm now going to aptly be calling it the Fedsurrection because the majority of people that were there that were actually inciting any type of action or ripping down paintings or ripping glass off the windows, those were feds.
But okay, that's kind of how I saw it and how I assumed it was always. That the feds were there and they were helping to incite the violence and create the chaos that it created.
Right.
And then your boy Kash Patel comes out.
My boy.
And
he's like, my boy.
And he's like, no, the feds were actually there because of the rioting and because of the unrest that they were deployed, and that's why the feds were there.
Oh, so my question would be, how did they preemptively know to be there before everyone else was there?
Well, and that's the disconnect because people are like, oh, look, 275 agents. But Kash literally said, no, the feds were sent there because of the unrest. I'm thinking, wait a second. Which side are you guys on?
Is it the chicken or the egg? Like who started? All evidence points to the feds starting the action. So how can you say that they were called to the action when they were the ones who started the action?
And everyone wants to focus on the 275 agents, 274 agents that were there, but no one wants to focus or speak about the fact that the director of the FBI was like, no, we sent them there. It's like, wait a second. Whose side are you on, man?
Yeah, but also previously they said there were no feds there. And there was like, I don't know, man. All I know is that we have feds seemingly everywhere.
Everywhere.
Like every event. Like you think your event doesn't have feds? There's feds there. You think your aunt's knitting group doesn't have feds? They got fucking feds there.
I think that
they're everywhere. The feds are everywhere. Guess what we had to do for 5 minutes before we started the stream? You had to fix the fucking cameras.
Again. They're everywhere.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, they're everywhere.
I mean, the Border Patrol is supposed to protect the border. And then now we have Border Patrol inside where there's no border.
Doesn't seem like they're living out their namesake.
And they are hiring them and they're paying them a lot of money. And the government never expands a military presence or expands power and gives it up.
Oh.
These new troops and these domestic troops that we have and this domestic military that we now have, what happens after they finish all their raids? Do they send them home? Are they firing them? Are we getting rid of them?
No, they still need gainful employment. So we still need a reason to deploy them somewhere else.
They're just here permanently now. We are creating a permanent domestic military. And this is a problem.
The only time when we scale back, and most evidence of this is during Biden's term, the only time when we scale back is when we leave all the munitions. We leave hundreds of millions of dollars worth of ammunition, bombs, planes, helicopters.
Well, but now we want to go get them back. We want to go get them again.
So the only time we scale back is if we leave everything there. Like that's how it works. But if we're not going to leave it there, then we have to keep continuing to expand it for sure.
I mean, the whole country was in uproar, and the entire right was like really pissed off that Biden was going to hire 86,000 new IRS agents.
Yeah.
And then Trump said, no, we're going to get rid of them because this is a big problem. We shouldn't be going after people. 86,000 IRS agents. That was one of his big campaign promises. And they got elected. And he's like, oh, we should keep them. They never give them away. They never turn them away.
Maybe we need them. Maybe we need feds on every city block.
Mm.
Let me ask you this. Let's look at the positive side of this token. Could a fed on every block make cities safer?
Yes.
I'm glad you answered so quickly because my gut reaction is, yeah, if there's a fed on every corner, shoot, our cities are going to be really clean. And they're almost going to be Japanese-esque clean.
Yeah.
Like Disney World-esque clean.
Just like China, just like all the other authoritarian type of countries, is that you put feds and police and, people heavily armed with an unarmed population everywhere you go, and people comply.
Yeah.
And it'll be safe.
Yeah, sounds good.
Amazing.
Amazing.
I mean, we're seeing the trend. And the fact that we're normalizing the idea of federal troops within the borders, I'm very against that. And I get it. There is an immigration problem, there's a migrant problem. But it's a really difficult decision. Which would you rather have? Would you rather have illegal migrants running amok? Or would you rather have federal troops in your cities at all times? Because that's actually the binary choice they're giving us. They've put us into a corner.
It is a quite binary choice.
Yeah.
If we were to stay within that binary, you're not going to like what I have to say.
You want the federal troops.
Control me harder, Daddy. Control me harder. Like, and understand my position. I rarely go into the inner cities.
True.
I rarely go into the cities.
I mean,
it's like, if you want to live in Prison Planet, have at it. Enjoy downtown East Side, Atlanta. Enjoy it.
But doesn't it suck that we can't go any longer? Like, I don't want to go to the city.
Do you have
anymore.
any inclination or reason to go to East Side of Atlanta?
I used to like going into the city. I used to go into like Buckhead all the time. I never go anymore.
The only reason I would go to East Side Atlanta would be little 5 points, just for some food, and then get the fuck out of there. Now, West Side, as you move to like Six Flags, like there's nothing. It's all industrial.
No, that's not.
There's nothing there. It's just crime.
Although they have this great
ghetto.
Chicago pizza place that I really like down there. What's the name of the place, Will? We went there last time.
It's owned by Chinese people.
No, it's like these guys from Chicago. It's really good.
They better be. We talked about this last time. Because if they're a bunch of Filipinos, you know that shit's gonna stink. All right. So, but again, point notwithstanding, I don't travel to downtown. And so, again, it sounds harsh, but enjoy your prison planet. Like, if you want to live as a bunch of, crime-ridden, you want to live in a crime-ridden area where the people are always shooting each other and there's drugs and all that stuff, like, enjoy it. You're going to have to reap the whirlwind because we have feds and the Fedsurrection coming into your city anytime. So, it kind of sounds harsh, but like,
isn't it just a matter of time before they start in the cities and they start expanding out slowly?
They're not going to expand out to Gwinnett County. What the hell is in Gwinnett County?
Do you know when?
There's nothing out here.
On Saturday,
There's like a H Mart.
I went to some Gwinnett County. It was like a fair, but it was held by the law enforcement of Gwinnett County. So the police were there, all the different agencies there, the tax division was there. I mean, all the different.
They get to show off all their like guns and all the stuff that we pay for.
Was there, and it was everyone was there. They had little tables set up. They had like stickers for the kids, and I thought that was really interesting because it was, number one, Gwinnett County is super diverse, ridiculously diverse, and all the police were there because of everything going on in the country right now, and they decided to kind of be out there and be with the community. And be like, look, and kind of be accessible. The Gwinnett FBI was there, and SWAT team was there, and the fire stations were there.
They're just humans just like you.
And I thought that was a really interesting way to do it at a time where I feel like people are becoming distrustful of law enforcement.
Yes.
That they decide that they're going to do this kind of, it was a little bit of spectacle, but it was cool.
Well, they have to.
Yeah.
Because if we don't humanize law enforcement, then law enforcement looks like an iron hand of suffering onto the populace, and so they have to do this these outreach. And I'm not saying this is a negative; it's a good thing. Yeah, they're human after all. They have they got families, they got wives, they got children, and like, so it's good to humanize the controlling apparatus, it makes sense to do so.
Yeah, I mean, there were some restaurants there, some like church organizations there with booths, and then a bunch of Gwinnett County different agency groups out there.
So if we humanize them and if we like our local law enforcement, then we would be more attuned and more willing to have them on every street corner.
Well, I am much more pro having local law enforcement
That makes
be
sense.
present.
And
And
because
local,
you know Billy, you know
Yeah.
Bob, you know Sarah, they're always on the street corner with their Fed badge or their local law enforcement badge.
yeah, with the local law enforcement, because I know them. They're a member of the
We
community.
all like Bob.
Yeah, if something goes wrong, like they're not gonna go too crazy or extreme because they have to live in that situation that they create also.
Yeah.
And I wonder how the local police feel about all the feds coming to the cities, actually.
I would think that they would be somewhat offended.
I would think so.
And the reason is again, I'm giving a lot of grace here because we've talked about this on stream. I used to live next to a cop before I was married. And they're regular people like you and I.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. And they have to make decisions like you and I every day. And those decisions aren't easy decisions. Now, again, I'm being very, very graceful here. And so it is important that local law enforcement Bob doesn't shit where he sleeps. He's not going to go buck wild on you because he knows you. He sees you at the deli. He sees you at the Publix. He sees you at the restaurants, right? And I think that type of local law enforcement where you have a relationship with them is far better than these agnostic, nameless faces feds that come in that usurp us and say we're taking over because we got tanks. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, when the feds come in, and because of the feds coming in, it creates these riots, it creates this big scene, it creates social unrest.
You're not from around here.
And then eventually they leave, and then the local cops have to deal with that shit. They have to live with the higher tensions. They have to live with kind of the chaos and the aftermath of what that created. And the feds, they don't care because they're on to the next city to go burn another city.
Yeah, it's almost like the feds come in, punch the beehive, and then leave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like the feds should never be fucking with state stuff.
I don't think so.
I think that's a salient point that we're bringing up here.
I think a lot of people, even conservatives, I believe we all used to believe that.
Yeah.
That the states handle, the locals handle, and
Yeah.
the feds are there just to oversee.
Yeah.
And like, well, Portland is getting really bad, so we got to go and, well, let the people of Portland figure that shit out.
That's a great response, Matt. That sounds so responsible. Like taking personal accountability for where you live. Novel idea.
Do you remember when BLM and COVID and we had the Chaz, the autonomous zone of Seattle?
Yep.
And they're like, "Oh, we gotta go shut that down." I'm like, "Dude, just like they're gonna run out.
Let them live.
They're gonna burn that place down, or they're gonna run out of food." And they eventually just kind of dissipated anyway.
Yeah, because
it's not gonna last forever.
Yeah, because
don't give them their attention.
Yeah, none of them wanted to actually work because you actually have to work to grow a civilization.
Yeah.
And there was a dead body there for like days or weeks because like they were like, we're not gonna let cops in. Yeah, the anarchy thing doesn't really quite work.
It doesn't work. It's going to break down eventually anyway. And by rolling in the feds with all the tanks and all the guns, number one, can you imagine what the United States looks like to the rest of the world right now?
Ooh.
They're probably like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with them? There's like tanks rolling around the streets.
Yeah,
and there's like gas canisters being thrown everywhere.
Yeah.
And there's like riot gear cops just walking around the cities, like fully armed with automatic weapons.
And the people that they're facing off against are not the type of people that you would think that would need that. They're a bunch of white, middle-class, blue-haired sheepdog people wearing rainbow underwear.
The people that the feds are fighting against are other Americans.
That's one way to put it.
I mean, that's really what's happening. It's not these illegal immigrants that they're supposed to be going after, fighting off at a standoff. It's the feds against the citizens.
It's amazing. One would wonder that if you actually put the feds and said, hey, let's play ball with all the other Americans, even though you're blue-haired sheepdog people. Like, let's go round up the bad guys. What kind of power could they actually have? Could they actually be useful? Could they actually be effective? But the way that you say it, you always say stuff that shocks me for some reason because I get blinders on a lot. The fact remains, we have the feds against Americans.
Yes.
Period. Full stop.
Full stop.
Forget if they have blue hair or nose rings. Doesn't kind of matter, does it?
Yeah, I'm not overly supportive
Yeah.
of these crazy liberals that are in the streets causing problems.
But there's a bigger issue. We have feds against Americans.
That's exactly what's going on.
That is a scary proposition.
I mean, isn't that what we all say about Tiananmen Square in China, that the Chinese regime and the new Chinese party wanted China to be a certain way, and then there was these students that were against the new rules and regulations of the direction of the country, and they rioted and they protested, and then the Chinese showed up with their guns and their tanks, and they shut it all down. How is this any different? It's people of one country against its own.
And the fire starter, in most cases, the fire starter is when the feds shoot a citizen.
Yeah.
We had that in Charlie Kirk. So where's the uprising? Where's the revolution? Oh, wait, it's not proven yet. It was just a lone gunman. I'm sorry. I apologize. I was getting ahead of the narrative.
Total sidebar, but remember that Dairy Queen that they said the shooter went to?
You mean the Dairy Queen with the Superman poster that's 5 months too late?
Did you hear that they gutted that whole Dairy Queen?
No.
Yeah. They gutted and removed the whole Dairy Queen. It's gone. What the hell?
You don't gut a restaurant
The
because
Dairy
you
Queen
got...
is gone. They gutted the whole place.
Does that not reek of Fed? Come on, man.
You can't make this shit up. Not only are they gutting the crime scene and building new pathways, digging out the ground and the place where the manhole was, and rebuilding the entire area like right away.
I'm surprised they haven't bulldozed all those buildings. like at this point, right? All those buildings where the shooters were at, they should just bulldoze all of them right now.
The Dairy Queen is gutted.
That's crazy, man.
That's so crazy.
I bet, are Dairy Queen sole proprietors? Or are they
Probably.
franchisees?
They're probably franchisees.
If they're franchisees, then that means they had an agreement.
Mm.
And that agreement had, I know
someone came in and bought them out.
That's where I was going. Because there's no way in hell a franchisee with a term agreement to on that restaurant, they will do upgrades at certain times. I know this because I've worked with a couple people who've done restaurants. And so you you bleed out all of that term so that your restaurant can get to the very end where they have to upgrade, and then it's on the bigger business to upgrade your McDonald's or upgrade your restaurant. So there's no way that they would go before term to rip that up and change it.
God.
It's too costly.
God.
So what
Just
happened
gutted the whole place.
is a guy with a big check or a threat went to the franchisee and said, look, fuckface. There was this guy that we got video of.
Yeah. He was here.
He was here. It fucked shit up.
Yeah.
So you're going to take the money and you're going to say nothing.
Yep.
And that's exactly what that SAR did.
That's crazy.
The SAR looked at it. He looked at the man with the black glasses, looked
He's
back
like,
at the check.
I got no skin in this game.
bro.
Dude, you're going to buy me out?
Say less.
Yeah.
Is what he said.
Yeah.
Because if I was a restaurant franchisee, there's no way I would upgrade pre-term. It's too expensive.
No.
It's not economically efficient for me to
No,
rip
like
up
you don't just do it. And
No.
and you're implicated in like possibly a cover-up
Dude, that's
of the most famous murder in recent history.
He's in Bermuda right now. He's
chilling.
like, guys,
Chilling.
dodged a bullet. You have no idea what happened, man. Why are you making all this money? I can't say anything, but man, I'll tell you in 15 years.
But dinner's on me.
Yeah, bro. Dinner's on me for the next 15. Oh, bro.
Free naan for everybody.
That's crazy
Yeah.
that they would rip that it smells like incompetence. Because that's expensive.
Nobody cares. They don't care.
That's expensive. That's an expensive cover up.
They're just like mocking us publicly. It's crazy.
Oh, man. Okay, sorry. Yeah, nice.
So, this podcast episode was brought to you by VP.net, the only VPN that can't spy on you. Over the weekend, we have a plethora of mass shootings.
Apparently, it's a thing.
Apparently, it's a thing.
I saw a Twitter thread of all the mass shootings that happened over the last 2 weeks. It was crazy.
And the first is I think it was in New York, where some guy came into a country club and just shot it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have this North Carolina shooting where this 40-year-old guy comes in, and he's a former vet, and he is on his boat with his dog, and he just starts spraying into the bar and the crowd, and they get him.
Yep.
And then you have this next guy that goes to a Mormon church, blows it up,
Mm-hmm.
and just starts shooting random people.
Mm-hmm.
And they are all like right-wing former vet guys.
Interesting how that works.
And the news is like, oh, PTSD. We feel really bad for them. And I'm thinking, like, wait a second. The Charlie Kirk, like, oh, it's the trans leftists.
Mm-hmm.
The ICE shooting, they're like, oh, these ICEs, they're attacking ICE.
Yes.
They're going after the feds.
Yep.
And then a couple of white guys come in and shoot around, like, oh, poor them. It must be really hard.
It doesn't fit the narrative, bro.
No.
It doesn't fit the narrative.
The VA has failed them.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, sir. Oh, no.
You know, I'm like, what the fuck?
What is going on is my question. So what's the common thread? Is there a narrative that they can pull from this? Or is it, we talked about Irina, and I want to bring this context back up because I think it's apropos. Irina was a month late old news that couldn't be suppressed. It kept coming up. People kept talking about it. And finally the Matrix was like, oh my gosh, we can't deal with this Irina. How can we distract from this? And so therefore, next day, Charlie Kirk. We now have a lot of these other shooters that they're having a hard time pinning towards a narrative that is useful. Are these more Irina moments? Or are these PSYOP moments? Or are these military exercise moments? I'm having a hard time. I'm going to bring this up real quick because after our last podcast, I got a lot of encouraging DMs. I'm going to read one to you right now that I got earlier this morning. Good morning. All I got to say is thank God for you and Matt and your podcast. I'm over here feeling like I'm going crazy, and you guys are always speaking the truth. In this whole weird-ass PSYOP, you make it feel like, okay, I'm not the only one. We'd better wake the fuck up. I think my losing my shit for a moment last podcast resonated with a lot of people because I got a lot of people who are like, Peter, I'm losing my shit too. Yeah. So what do you think with all this shooter stuff? Is there a common thread that we can pull here?
Well, I did find out that something like 26% of mass shootings are actually done by former vets.
Yes.
But they're only like 8 or 9% of the population.
Yeah.
So
sounds like a per capita statistic.
Well, number one, we're training. They're trained, so they know how to do this stuff.
Yeah.
Number two is that they get sent and they fight in these foreign wars, and they come back and they're like, "What the fuck did I do all that for?"
There's the new normal for them is not normal.
They're going back. They think they're doing the right thing, which is like the honorable thing to do, but they come back home and they start to realize that they just shot at a bunch of people, and it was not for democracy. It was not for freedom. It was not to free people. It's not to help people, but to serve the political agenda and personal interest of the people that sent them there.
The oligarchs, yeah.
And they're waking up going, what the fuck is going on?
It's a rude awakening. It really is. I've talked to some vets who've gone through that, and the awakening is more than jolting. It's like a complete dissolution of the identity that you thought you had.
And I don't blame these vets. It's not your fault. It's not their fault at all.
They were played for their naivete, right? The military game and the military narrative and going and putting into the military the narrative is strong, man.
I mean, the one guy in North Carolina, what's his name? Nigel Max Edge. He had all these lawsuits against different people, and he was talking about, like, they sent me here to do this, and I had to kill these people, and they said that he was like schizophrenic. This guy just at the edge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just like too much.
He's lost his shit.
He's like, why are we protecting pedophiles? And I'm reading like his lawsuit, and I'm thinking like, dude, he's actually not wrong about a lot of stuff that he's saying. And they call him crazy and schizophrenic, and this guy's like off the rocker. I'm like, bro, but he's like speaking truth on a lot of things.
Not only is he speaking truth, but he's gotten down the line where as sick as you might think it to be, it's the only logical resolution. Like, think about it. If we put it into a 1, 2, 3, 4 game plan, it looks like this. I was hopped up on hopium, excitement, and American pride. So I went into the military. They told me to do things that were against my conscience. I ended up killing women and children. Terrible things. I came back. I realized that, well, shoot, the people that sent me there are not really good people. And they're actually terrible people. Number 4, nobody's listening to me. Nobody's listening to me. But all I know is that I was sent to kill women and children by bad people. So guess what? They gave me some skills. I'm going to John Wick that shit. Like no cap. That's the 4 phase. I've actually thought about this. That's why it's so easy for me to, because like, how do you wake up from the bad dream that is, I was sold a bill of goods. I ended up taking people's lives in their country. Like, when you flip that script and you say, what would it look like if there was a, let's just say, foreign national that came into your area with a bunch of his homies, with a bunch of really expensive military gear, and started going house to house, kicking down doors and shooting people in their beds? That's essentially what we're doing over in the Middle East right now. Like, you know this. You know this. So how do you wake up from that reverie? How do you wake up from that bad dream and realize that you're actually the bad guy? Brother, SSRIs, like, I get it.
I mean, do you remember the January 1st? We had the guy that rolled through the street in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Vet. We had the Trump Cybertruck bombing. Vet. We have the shootings over this weekend. Vet.
So, could I go so far as to say there's a bad pattern that's emerged, which is we have people who send our military men to go kill other people. They come back scarred and traumatized for life, and then, as a statistical anomaly that shouldn't happen because they're only a fraction of our population, they are, as a fraction of our population, statistically have a higher chance of killing more people stateside too?
Well,
this seems like a bad deal.
And they come back and they're injured and we don't take care of them and they're kind of thrown aside.
Like
and
a
they
really
don't get the
bad
money
deal.
that they're promised. And they're like, what the fuck?
Really bad deal.
I really feel bad for the vets. I really do.
No doubt. No doubt. You go there, you spend your body and your mind and your soul. You come back empty and soulless as a vessel of nothing. You have very little savings, very little hope, and you realize that you've been sold a bill of goods. What do you do? Matt, what would you do?
Well, what happens to the troops and the feds that are being deployed within the borders? Because those guys in 5 or 10 years are going to be like, dude, I was going after other Americans. That's even harder. Because the guys that come back from maybe war in Iraq or Afghanistan, they're like, oh yeah, we killed random people or we attacked random people overseas.
Yeah.
But once you wake up and you're like, fuck, I was going after like actually my cousin's cousin.
Yeah.
You know?
I think we're at the precipice of that. And the reason I say that is because we haven't got to the levels of Tiananmen Square. We haven't yet. We haven't gotten to the levels of the Uyghurs, right? We haven't gotten to the levels of Israel, Palestine, or Ukraine. We haven't gotten there yet, right? Where there's infighting and there's shooting and there's random shootings all the time, and you don't know who's a Fed, you don't know anything. We're not there yet, but man, I tell you, it seems like we're on the precipice. Yeah. Because the beginning of this entire podcast was the Feds moving into all these cities. Seems to be a common. It seems like the entire game is a bad deal. Our money goes to people to kill other people. They come back and they kill our people. Is there any winner in this?
Nobody wins.
Not like this.
I saw this other article. Let me just read you the headline from it. Anson man arrested for threatening Pride Parade to send clear message. A man from Anson was arrested by the Abilene Police Department for threatening to shoot participants in the Abilene Pride Parade for taking out Charlie Kirk. He said on his Facebook, I say we lock and load and pay them back for taking out Charlie Kirk. There's only like 30 of them. We can send a clear message to the rest of them. And then they went in, the FBI went in, and they arrested the guy for saying that.
Seems like a legitimate threat of action that he was going to be taking, and he was corralling others to participate. Seems like a worthy reason to detain this man. He seems like he would be a threat to humanity.
They say that he was a hothead, but there is no indication actually that he was ever going to take any sort of action or shoot people.
Okay.
But they went after him because of Facebook post.
Yeah.
Was it extreme? Yes. Are we setting precedent of going after people for saying stupid shit on the internet?
Well, there's actually a tracker. Have you seen the tracker of how many people? There's a tracker, and you can Google this, guys. It's not hard. The tracker of how many people have been imprisoned because of free speech, and it lists all the countries, like UK, like China, and America has a pretty significant political prisoners. Like, there's still January 6th people in prison.
That's crazy.
By the way, like Charlie Kirk's case has been closed, right?
Yeah, closed.
So why are the January 6th people still hanging out? Like the miscarriage of justice in America is beyond insanity. Anyway, so America is not unblemished here, is what I'm trying to say, is that there are many people in jail today for political speech and for saying the wrong thing against the narrative.
I mean, I was thinking about this because obviously I wanted to talk today about the UK digital IDs, and we touched on it briefly before.
It's insane.
But it's insane. The Brit ID.
Like, Stamer has literally said, and I saw video of him saying this, you cannot be employed. You cannot get work if you don't have this thing. And the interviewee was like, well, the illegals don't care. He's like, well, you still got to get it. Ninja, did you hear her? The illegals don't care. Like, they don't care. The only people that are going to comply are NPC citizens who are going to say, I got to keep working at my job, so I got to get the digital ID. Okay, sir. Like, no illegal coming off a rinky-dink boat is going to be like, oh, yeah, let me make sure that I get this digital ID. Not happening.
I mean, they roll out, create the problem. There's immigration problem. There are people everywhere. There's a problem. Everyone's really mad, pissed off. Let's do the digital ID because this will solve your problem.
Yes.
And I was looking into, okay, who owns this digital ID thing? Who's going to make it? Who's going to administrate it?
You're not going to be happy, guys, with the answer.
So, Tony Blair's son owns a company called Multiverse, Elon Blair. And it's his company that's going to be administering and creating this digital ID, the Brit ID. Also find out that Tony Blair Foundation received donations of up to $300 million from Larry Ellison.
Oh, that guy.
Why does that guy's name just keep on popping up?
He's almost like the new Peter Thiel.
I mean, he's richer. He's involved in the Brit ID. He's involved in TikTok. He's involved in Oracle. I also found out that Larry Ellison's son, between him and his son, they own Oracle. They're buying CBS, CNN, Paramount, Warner Brothers, and TikTok.
So not only does Oracle own all of the business data globally,
they own the distribution also.
And the entertainment. Oh, man. The future is...
And the digital IDs.
Man, the future is going to be so great, Matt. I'm going to be served all the time. I'm going to own nothing, but I'm going to be happy all the time.
And isn't it... Well, dude, I didn't put this together till today because I read that Larry Ellison's son is buying up all these movie studios.
Yeah.
Paramount, Warner Brothers. And then Trump puts out this post.
Our movie-making business has been stolen from the United States of America by other countries, just like stealing candy from a baby. California, with its weak and incompetent governor, has been particularly hit hard. Therefore, in order to solve the long-time, never-ending problem, I will be imposing a 100% tariff on any and all movies that are made outside of the United States. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again, President DJT.
And I'm thinking, this is good. Make the movies in America.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, but who just bought all the movie studios? Oh, Larry Ellison's family.
But he's America.
Larry Ellison's family. He also just got TikTok, who's also doing the Brit ID.
Yeah.
Who's also got the $500 billion deal for Oracle. that guy, isn't it convenient
Yeah.
that at the time that his family is buying up the movie studios, they're like, oh yeah, we should only support them.
At least they're American, Matt. What's your problem? American business first.
Mm.
I don't see any problem with this, Matt. At least it's not the Israelis.
Oh yeah, except the CEO of Oracle is Israeli.
Oh no, spoke too soon.
That Oracle literally has an Israeli CEO. They're like very unapologetic about that. And he was like the #1 donor to the IDF.
Well, it's Donald Trump isn't surrounded by Israelis and Israeli, leadership.
Yeah, it's not like Benjamin Netanyahu is here right now.
International war criminal.
Mm.
I mean, we don't. I mean, our leadership doesn't get chummy and rub shoulders with international war criminals, do they? Is that a thing?
It's like this entire web is starting to become very obvious.
It's almost too obvious.
It's tiring.
Like
Larry Ellison
they're
was
laughing
kind
at
of
us.
an asterisk that you didn't think about. Actually, I ran into this article Wired just put it out, I think the last couple of days ago. They said, and it was talking about how people in Washington are referencing Larry Ellison as the shadow president of the United States.
Oh, it's kind of like Obama in the Biden years.
People thought that it would be Elon,
Mm.
but Elon's kind of like pushed aside
He's
because,
been cucked.
well, he wanted to get too involved. He wanted to be too vocal. But Larry Ellison is more of a guy that just moves chess pieces but doesn't get involved.
I can see a Larry Ellison elbowing Elon just like Trump elbows other. Like, be like, bro.
Yeah, get out of the way.
You're late to the game here.
Yeah.
You don't understand
How this works.
You got it. You don't understand how this works, brother.
Yeah. Elon, you have your projects and they're cool, but I have the network within. I'm already in bed with the same people Trump are in bed, which are the Saudis and the UAE, the Emirates.
Yep.
And I'm already
Five
working
Eyes.
with
Yep. All the Five Eyes.
Tony Blair and their project. I'm already in the know. I already have the data centers. You need my data centers. I already have the data centers.
I almost feel like you're absolutely true.
Mm.
I almost feel like Elon's rise and fall was essentially him rising, getting to the door, knocking, and Ellison opens it.
He was already there.
He's like, bro.
Dude, you're late.
Dude, exactly.
You're late. Thank you for your contribution,
and
Tsar.
and that is why Elon lost his shit. Because he was like, I got to the pearly gates. I
Yeah.
was there.
Yeah.
And I knocked it. And this motherfucker was
Already there.
he was already there.
Already hanging out.
I bet that was it.
I think so too.
I bet. Yeah, Elon, you thought you could touch the ring of power? Please. No, there are greater powers at play.
Because Larry Ellison was there day one at the inauguration.
Yeah, he's an old man too.
Yeah, 81 years old with a 33-year-old Chinese wife.
Hey.
And he is kind of has his hands in everything. We can't stop talking about Larry Ellison now. That guy just almost came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it seems
We knew of him,
yeah.
but he was not as in front of everyone as he is now.
It's almost like the veil has been pulled back a little bit, and we're like, ooh, the mastermind is not who we thought.
And I saw people, like even like super MAGA people are like, like, do we really need to get in bed with Larry Ellison? I'm like, dude, he is like full inner circle, totally weaved into the presidency. There is no President Trump without a Larry Ellison.
Yeah.
There's no getting in bed.
They were in bed before you even knew who Trump was.
They are literally working as one unit. Why? Because they're involved in every single major project that Trump is working on. Larry Ellison is also involved in. Like, oh, maybe we shouldn't get in bed with this guy. Dude, what are you talking about?
So
The
let's
biggest investment that they were talking about is this investment, the $500 billion to create these data centers. That was a day one announcement.
yes.
Maybe we shouldn't get in bed with him.
If you remove the political veneer, like just remove all the political veneer and just leave it to straight up hardcore objective business, nothing Trump and Ellison and Thiel and all of these guys are doing is this is not new territory. These are not novel ideas. They're just businessmen.
Yeah.
Who are like, homie, you got lots of money? Homie, you got lots of money. My other homie, you got lots of money. We can make and compound our money together. There's this political apparatus above us, but fuck it. Nobody ever gets caught for anything.
No.
And if I tell you you're going to use digital ID and the digital ID system that you're going to use is my homie, you're just going to say, yes, sir, can I take some more? That's how it is.
Trump, Ellison, Tony Blair,
Teal, Gates,
they're all in the same crew.
Yeah, Fauci.
They're all working together at this point. Yeah. There is no maybe they're not.
They're just businessmen who want to make exorbitant amounts of money, and they have the means and ways to do it, and they have the inside track to do it.
And complementary businesses and industries that really are harmonious in an interesting way.
Yeah, and so it might seem like I'm being an apologist for them and defending. No, I'm not defending them. I'm just saying this is what business people do.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Like, let's be intellectually honest, Matt. If I was in Peter Thiel's or Ellison's or Musk's position, you know what I would be doing? The exact same thing I'm doing right now, which is, except there would be 5 more zeros at the end of it, right? Than what I'm dealing with, right? That's the only difference, is that I'd be doing the exact same thing, wheeling and dealing, except the check size would be in the billions instead of the 10,000. Right? I don't blame them for that. But at the same time, the problem is that their decisions, unfortunately, incur the wrath of millions of people. Or maybe not incur the wrath, but the point I'm trying to make is they make decisions that affect millions of people's lives.
Yeah.
That's the differential. It's like, yeah, I can make a lot of money here, but 500,000 people are going to be displaced. Oh, no. Well, do it anyway. I mean, people don't give a fuck.
I mean, the digital ID is there to track and monitor the population. In the United States, now we have federal troops, and all of the cities are going into your city, coming to a town near you. Mm-hmm. You are designating the people that are protesting as terrorists.
Yep.
And now you have the NSA and the CIA that's able to get involved. They're able to track DHS, whatever. You have Peter Thiel, who benefits greatly off of all those contracts of tracking and surveilling terrorists.
And Ellison has said on tape that everyone will be on their best behavior because his systems are in play. Mm-hmm. Has he not said that?
One collects the data, one processes data, one
surveils the data, and then one exacts punishment, crime and punishment.
And one enforces
the feds. The feds have to enforce it. That's
it's really a marriage that really seems to be working out for them.
It's pretty tough. The wheels are greased.
The grift is good.
Oh, money's good. The cow is milking. I like it.
And on top of that, they're going to take over TikTok and Paramount and Warner Brothers and CBS and CNN.
So let me ask you this. I have this inkling of a feeling. You correct me if I'm wrong. I have this inkling of a feeling that TikTok's going to suck ass now. I don't know why I feel that way. It's not like I'm a heavy user of TikTok, and I actually don't spend more than a couple of minutes on it per month, really just uploading shit. But I feel like it's going to turn into a bunch of garbage.
Yeah.
Facebook is all American, and Facebook is absolutely dog shit. So I feel like TikTok's going to end up the same way.
Yeah. I mean, people know what's going on. I think you're going to see an exodus of people from TikTok. You can't be on a social media app that literally the government is monitoring and controlling and regulating. That's crazy.
It kind of ruins the fun. When back in 1993, when you were on the phone with your homies and you knew your parent was on, it wasn't a fun conversation. Mom, get off the shit.
Click. I'm not here.
Peter, I wasn't on the phone. What are you talking about? It's like, Mom, I heard your click.
Well, not only I want to add one more player into this mix. So you have all those guys, the Ellisons and Thiel and etc. Enter Jared Kushner.
That name, we've heard that name before.
We've heard that name before. And he is involved in all these deals. Him and Silver Lake, they are involved in a lot of these deals, and people don't actually talk about them very much. Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund just did a buyout of EA. And in that deal is Silver Lake, is Affinity Partners, which is Jared Kushner. And Silver Lake also bought WWE and UFC.
Yeah. So Dana White is now owned.
So these few groups of people literally own everything that we consume now. Yeah. They're taking all of it.
Yeah.
It's all the same group of people.
Yes.
Which is the extremely pro-Israel.
Why do you guys say it like that?
Because that's what they're known for.
Oh, okay.
Jared Kushner.
That's true. I mean, he's not Israeli or anything, right? Is he?
He's definitely a Jew, and because he's a Jew, Donald Trump's daughter Ivanka transformed, converted to being a Jew.
Evolved?
Evolved.
Evolved. She evolved into a Jewess. Okay. Yeah, that seems disconcerting. That once again the pattern is being exacted. That these Jewish overlords are once again taking over more reigns and power.
Well, it's not just Jewish overlords because there is a part of the Middle East that funds the entire thing also.
Oh,
because
but they're Semites too.
Yeah, I mean, Jared Kushner got $2 billion from Saudi Arabia to start his fund.
Yeah.
He got $4.8 billion this year from Qatar and Abu Dhabi, UAE.
I'd love a radio guy to say that about me. Man,
And then
Saddington got $2 billion from UAE. Man,
well, $4.8 billion.
oh.
So the UAE Emirate Abu Dhabi MGX fund gave money to Jared Kushner. They also gave $2 billion to Trump for his crypto project. And they're also involved in the TikTok project.
Oh, man.
And everyone's like, oh, look, Abraham Accords. Well, what happened with the Abraham Accords? They normalized the relationship between Israel and these two countries.
Yes.
It's kind of all like this web is just all connected.
So let me put this in juxtaposition. I got a lot of DMs over the last couple of days of people saying, Peter, we appreciated you losing your shit and saying, what the fuck is going on with Charlie Kirk? Because everything seems crazy. But then, so everything seems crazy in the mainstream. But yet, today's podcast has been quite orderly. Don't you agree? Don't you agree that today's podcast, it seems like everything's slotting into place for Ellison, for Musk, for Thiel, for Trump, for the Jews, for the media companies, for the entertainment companies. Like, it seems like in our world of social, everything's all over the place. Everything's scattered. Like, it's hard to make heads and tails of anything. But it seems like in the infrastructure of what's going on, everything seems to be going according to plan. Would you agree?
You take control of the largest political youth organization in America.
Oof.
You take control of where the youth are hanging out, TikTok. You take control of how they consume their media, Paramount, Warner Brothers.
Movies.
Entertainment. You take control of the sports they like to consume, WWE, UFC.
Yeah. And we already know mainstream basketball, football has already been co-opted, so that's already long gone.
And then you take control of the data in which people consume it and what they're doing online. You call people terrorists and domestic terrorists, and you mobilize the troops to enforce that behavior.
And digital ID is coming.
And they're like, oh no, they're gonna push back against digital ID. And I saw this. Let me see if I can find this.
Man, the plans are being exacted with perfect precision. Like, so we're all running around here with our heads like Chicken Little, with our heads cut off, going, the sky's falling? What's going on? But yet it seems like there's quite an orderly fashion in which things are being implemented. And it seems like they're getting not a whole lot of pushback in all of this execution of these plans. It's almost like Agenda 2030 is
on its way.
Is right on time.
I want to send you this.
It's right on time.
This tweet, Will, that I read.
Amazing.
By our boy Red on X. And I don't know if you can put this up, Will. It says, let me put this digital ID into perspective. Everyone in the U.S. is already being primed for digital ID, but they pretend they don't see it, or maybe too ignorant to understand it. Your SSN is your root key. It's basically your persistent identifier that links tax credit, employment benefits, background checks, etc. Physical tokens, think of it, your state IDs, passports, driver's license. A lot of you use to get ID verified here on X through Auto 10 Ticks, which is an Israeli company. Again, these are some of your physical tokens. Federated access layers and live attestation. These are all your biometrics, face IDs, phones, etc., all your bank logins, TSA scans, Easy Pass, credit cards, social media accounts, healthcare portals, employers, just to name a few. So digital ID isn't coming here. It's already here. The only step is consolidation into one stack, which is already being done. Through the years, we all traded privacy for convenience, safety. deal with it.
I've said that shit before. You've heard me say that. That's what we do. We trade privacy for convenience.
That's what we did.
I closed my eyes and listened to everything you just said, and what you have just said is what I have mentally assented to, and I hate bringing it up, which is I have already unlocked and given the powers that be everything they need to lock me down. Already.
Everything they have it. All they got to do is take the data that they have,
put it all in one system,
and then just consolidate it.
Yeah, put it consolidated, aggregated into one system, and all they need is that Apple toggle that goes from blank, click it, to on.
I was going to say, it sounds like your Apple Wallet, right?
Yeah, you've been
That's all they need.
You've been enabled, Matt.
Enabled.
But
turned it on.
Dare
I
you
use Apple Pay.
Dare you ever
My Apple Card.
go off the reservation, Matthew? Because if you ever go off the reservation, the shadow hand might click the on toggle to off. And then he'd be hanging out with the SARS.
All the same people. All involved. All exerting control, surveillance, power. And then I saw this thing. Well, can you pull up the 10 mega projects for Gaza?
Oh, man, I saw
Because
this.
last week, Netanyahu met with Steve Witkoff, who is the U.S. ambassador or special envoy to the Middle East, and Trump. And now Trump and Netanyahu are meeting. And in this, you get the 10 mega project for Gaza. Because this is what they want to do. They want to build it. And on the very left, number 10, you see the Gaza, Trump, Riviera, and Islands. This is what they want to do with Gaza. You see the Elon Musk Smart Manufacturing Zone. You see the MBS Ring and the MBZ Central Highway. The American Data Safe Haven.
They
have a plan. They already know exactly what they want to do with Gaza. And Netanyahu's here negotiating this currently.
Let me ask you off the rip. When you first saw this map, this plan, this strategic plan of what they're going to be rolling out, what was your first emotion?
It's really messed up, man.
Yeah.
It's really messed up.
Yeah, I'll give you mine. When I first saw this, I thought this was like a Disney like map, topological map of like Disney World, because it looked like a Disney like theme park, and it made me feel sick. And the reason I feel sick is because I don't know I think most of our listeners out there are pretty sophisticated, but the reason why my first reaction that this made me feel sick is that to do this requires the removal of like 1 million people.
Well, if you look on the right, number 4, Gaza infrastructure rebuild, unexploded bomb clearance, debris removal, utilities grilled rebuild. They put it in the plan. Don't worry. Just in case you were worried.
Wait, are you saying that every Tuesday at 10 a.m. when I'm hanging out at the Gaza Trump Riviera, there are going to be explosions where they're blowing off ordnance? Is that what you're saying? Well, I'm chilling on my 34th floor condo in the Trump Riviera. They're going to be blowing up ordnance.
Just make sure you get the sea view.
Oh,
right?
I don't want to be looking interior.
Don't be cheap and get the interior view, because you may have to watch some of this going on and you may have a conscience. So don't get that view. Get the water view.
That makes sense.
Yeah, if you get the water view, then you can. You don't have to worry about it.
I wouldn't want to hurt my delicate conscience.
No. Don't worry about it.
My delicate.
Get the water view. Get the water view.
That's smart.
Get the water
That's
view.
smart. And for lunch, after I have my beautiful water view, I can go over to the Elon Musk Smart Manufacturing Zone.
Or you can go check out the regional data centers for special U.S. AI regulation. I wonder who those data centers for the AI regulation will go to.
Probably just Israeli contractors. Sounds pretty good. Wow. This it's sickening. I know we're kind of tongue-in-cheek in this a little bit here, guys, but this really makes me feel sick, because to do this, they have to kill or remove like millions of people.
And do you know who's going to be in charge of this project? Who they're going to recommend to put up there?
Oh, is it Jared Kushner?
Tony Blair.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That guy?
Yeah. Tony Blair, whose son is doing the Brit ID, who received a bunch of money from Larry Ellison.
What?
He's the guy that they want to put in charge, the one that's been advocating for digital IDs and vaccine digital passports for the last 10 years. This is a guy that wants to be in charge, and they're considering to be in charge of the new Gaza Project.
So, if I was a,
They're all connected. The whole thing. It's a whole crew.
let's say let's say I was a United States veteran right now.
I'd be pissed.
And I've done 3 tours. I've lost my homies in 2 of those tours, and I blew off my leg in my 3rd tour. Now I'm hearing that once again, Tony Blair and his homies are going to be doing something like this. I'm not saying anything here, guys, because I don't actually own Facebook. But if I was a U.S. veteran,
I'd be pissed.
I might be making some Facebook posts right now, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, they are clearing out a population, and in their report, they even have a calculation of how much it will cost per resident, per Gaza citizen to remove them.
There's a number on each head.
They're calculating.
This guy costs like $72,000 to kill and remove completely.
The argument is like, what's the best way to make this most cost efficient?
Oh my gosh!
And this is a plan which they want to do.
These people are sick.
Sick. And it's all the same people. It's the same people that are doing it in Gaza, are doing it in UK, that are doing it here.
So
it's the same group of people.
So let me ask you this. This is maybe a tough question for the MAGA crowd. Trump's plan is in the top right corner, which means him and his lawyers have reviewed this for sign-off, for public consumption, meaning he has approved this, meaning capital is going to this, meaning he supports it, period, full stop.
Well,
is that a problem for the MAGA crowd, do you think?
They don't know because people don't care, because they only care about what they're fed, and they're not feeding them this.
Oh, so that's why we exist.
That's why we exist.
To piss off the MAGA crowd.
Yes.
How many unsubscribes do you think? 10,000?
Probably something like that today.
All right, what's the over-under?
Maybe 52.
Fuck. Sorry, MAGA guys. We'll see you later.
Well, I think people are starting to realize what's going on.
Come on, man.
Dude, they literally have a full-blown presentation of exactly how they want to rebuild Gaza.
That's insanity to me, because the underpinning of that is the removal of humans, period. Like, the only way to have this happen is you have to remove the humans that are currently living in those places.
I mean, I think it was like January or February, Trump put out that AI video of him in gold in the new Gaza Project, and everyone thought it was crazy. Yep. And it was like him and Bibi Netanyahu and Elon, like on the beach, like with their shirts off, and there's gold everywhere.
Pina coladas, yeah.
And that just faded away. Like, he told us that he was going to do it.
Unless you forgot. So quickly you forgot. They told you what they were going to do. Why should you be so offended now? It's a good point.
And I think it's, you see the very pro-Israel side of the conservative movement going, oh, the Muslims are a problem here. Remove the Muslims.
Sure.
Okay. What if someone said, "Oh, the Jews are a problem. Remove the Jews"? Can you say that?
Oh no! You go to the patty house.
But they can say that.
You get in the paddy wagon.
Wait, one side can say that about the other, but the other side cannot.
Yeah, you can't say it that way. No.
Wait, why not?
Because
they say it about the Muslims.
Because it's anti-Semitic, and that actually matters. Now, racism into 2025 no longer matters. Nobody cares. It's like water off a duck's back. Someone call you racist, it's like, let's tell me something I don't know. Right? Did you see that one comment on the last one where that one lady was like, Peter's clearly the more racist. However, Matt's intellectual capability and prowess makes him just prejudiced. Did you read that one? Did you read that one? Yeah. I was like, what are you talking about, bitch? Matt's clearly the more racist one. What are you talking? Have you not been watching? I'm prejudiced. Matt's the racist. Golly, she got it so backwards. She's like, Peter's clearly the more. Look. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, all I know is that things aren't going right. So what must we do other than people listening to the Matt Kim podcast where we tell people things that they don't know that's going on? Do we just listen and take it up the butt, or should we do something about it? Should we say no, Trump, don't do this?
I'm like at super fatigue, aren't you? We've talked about it, but I was really fatigued. Dude, I was thinking about the summer of love, BLM.
Oh yeah.
Because that was the summer that my wife, for the first time, because she's super anti-gun.
Oh, fair enough.
And for the first time, she was like, "We have guns, right?"
I remember this conversation.
I was like, "Yeah," and she's like, "We have enough ammo, right?" And I was like,
"People waking up slowly."
She's the most anti-gun, and then all of a sudden, all we see is the city's burning and BLM and all this going on. And she's like freaking out. And she's like, we need more guns.
Let's just take a moment and pause. Black Lives Matters was one of the first dams of water that broke for the right, and the dam that was broke is that, holy cow, there truly is no more law and order. We're allowing this to happen before our very eyes, with CNN cucks saying, with burning buildings in the background, saying, "Oh, it's all peaceful."
Mostly peaceful.
Mostly peaceful.
Mostly peaceful.
Like, get out of here. My eyes are seeing burning, explosions of cars in the background. Sister, you're not telling us the truth. So I think that was the BLM Summer of Love was one of the first dams to break for the right and the conservative right, saying, "Whoa, maybe our tolerance has gotten us in trouble here."
I don't know what happens if somehow this current problem that we have escalates to something even bigger. If
It seems
because
like it
of
is,
the feds
man.
going in and they keep on doing that, now you have like vets shooting people, and you have people targeting other high profile people. Does this escalate and boil over? And does it get so bad that the feds are like, dude, we're going to really lock this thing down? And do you know what? I know you guys don't want to do this digital tracking thing, but it's getting out of control. You have no choice any longer. We're just going to enforce it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't know what I'm going to do in that situation.
Can I give you?
Is it going to be like, fuck it, I'm out of here?
Well, can I give you a resolution that is not filling at all? I saw this interview about the digital ID in Britain, or it was in Australia. They were talking about it, and one of the guys was like, "Well, I'm just going to opt out." and I was
Sar.
and I was like, "You fool! You're going to opt out? Then you're just not going to eat. They don't give a fuck if you opt out. They don't care. Like they say, we're not going to force this on you. We're not going to force the digital ID on you. You just can't work." Oh, okay, well then I'm going
And you can't bank.
I can't. Then I'm going to opt out. Fine,
You can't travel.
opt out at your own detriment.
Yeah.
It's clearly the thing that they don't say in that sentence. Like, fine, opt out. Slave, pleb, you're gonna starve. And so I don't think people fully understand the implications of this idea. It's far darker than we imagined. And non-compliance is fine. You're just not going to live very long.
Well, I've said this before, but we've learned how they're going to do it during COVID, because they tried to force people.
Yeah.
They tried to shame people.
Yeah.
They tried the dancing syringes,
Yeah, the free hamburgers.
free hamburgers. But what worked was you make everyone have their ID.
Yeah.
You say the people who have their ID can go back to the bars. You shut down the bars, and the people who get
Yeah.
who get their IDs can go back to the bars.
Or if you're a government employee, you have to take the shots, the jab, so you can work.
The people who comply get to enjoy life,
Mm-hmm.
and the people who don't comply have to watch other people enjoy life online.
Yes.
And if you want to get back involved in society, you have to comply. And that works, because the majority of people are like, I want to go to the bar. My friends are hanging out.
Yeah.
I want to be there too.
Yeah, I need that Chipotle burrito.
And they convinced something like 80% of New Yorkers to do it just on that alone. It was the most effective way to get people to comply. You let the people that are in compliance enjoy their life first.
Man, New Yorkers are a different breed of human, man. Those guys, the New Yorkers.
I gotta go to my restaurant. It's a brand new restaurant opening. I can't miss the restaurant opening. I can't miss the bar. All my boys are hanging out watching this game today.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. I mean,
There's a UFC event going on.
yeah, I love Dana White. He's a big Trump fan.
I need to go to the UFC event.
He keeps telling me that Dana White keeps telling me if I hang out with Trump for just 30 minutes, I'll be laughing my ass off. It's the best time ever.
Best time ever.
Well, when's the next appointment? When can I get it? I need to hang out with my homies.
They take away your rights, they take away your privileges, and they give them back to the people that comply. And the forces, the social kind of, I want into.
Some people are saying that this is the true mark of the beast. Now, we've heard this come up before, but what is being said is not directionally incorrect, though, because they're saying that you will not be able to eat nor trade. Apparently, in Revelation, in the Bible, they said the mark of the beast, you shall not eat or trade. So Is this the final straw? Are we at Endgame, Matt? Is this Endgame? Is this Tron? Is this Endgame?
I thought there was supposed to be a rapture last week. That never happened.
Oh, fuck, that's right. That's right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, shit, mate.
And did you see the pastors that grifted off this shit? Sell all your stuff, donate it to me because the world's going to end on Thursday or on Wednesday, and therefore you don't need it anymore. And then they take all the stuff and they fucking disappeared and bounced.
You know what's the most disappointing? Is for those people who are like, the rapture is supposed to happen. Why am I still here? Apparently you're not saved.
That's crazy too. Damn, that must be like dude, everyone's gone. You know, why am I still here?
Exactly. Sorry, Susan. You didn't make the cut. You didn't make the cut.
One last thing.
We're going to talk about the beds?
Oh, yeah.
The beds.
Because we've seen the AI video of Trump talking about the new Gaza and the gold Gaza.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, Trump put out a tweet, another AI video, talking about med beds.
Yep.
Can you play it?
Breaking now. President Donald J. Trump has announced a historic new healthcare system, the launch of America's first medbed hospitals and a national medbed card for every citizen.
Every American will soon receive their own medbed card. With it, you'll have guaranteed access to our new hospitals led by the top doctors in the nation, equipped with the most advanced technology in the world. These facilities are safe, modern, and designed to restore every citizen to full health and strength. This is the beginning of a new era in American healthcare.
In this first phase, only a limited number of medbed cards will be released. Registration details will be announced very soon.
That seemed like a dystopian commercial from a Minority Report movie. Like we're in the movie watching the ad.
Day one of the Trump presidency, Larry Ellison came out and said, hey, we're going to create these data centers and we're going to use AI-driven solutions to create vaccines for people, to heal people, to cure cancer. We're going to use AI. AI is going to cure cancer.
Yes.
And for that, we're going to invest $500 billion. It's me and SoftBank and ChatGPT.
Yep. All my homies,
and we're going to do this.
Yeah.
The same Larry Ellison that we see involved in, I mean, we've talked a lot about Larry Ellison today. And then Trump puts this out. I'm like, Number one, they don't have a medbed technology where you just go in and you're healed. It doesn't exist.
It sounds like the movies.
But what they're going to do is they're going to promise you that, and they're going to roll out all this dystopian shit that they've been planning on doing, all the things that we've talked about, the biometrics, the AI vaccines, get your vaccine card.
I want to lay down on a bed and be healed, Matt. That, after listening to this ad,
trust the science. Trust the science.
I want to go to the island. I want to go to Elysium. Do you remember that movie Elysium where they had the beds where you just lay down and the beds heal you? This is a good thing, Matt. Now, in preparation for this, what do I have to do? Just give them all my information, all my medical stuff, right? So they can have it all and prepare the bed for me?
It reminds me of like in The Matrix where the people are just in these pods and they're like stuck in and you're just like batteries for the machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a few guys. I swear. Oh, you never saw them again because they're off living a better life.
But I'm gonna have my Oculus Meta glasses on, and I'm gonna be like a king from Saudi Arabia while I'm getting recloned. It's gonna be an amazing journey. That's like Inception. I'm gonna be like Inception. I'm gonna be 3 dreams deep within the dream. It's gonna be grand.
You'll feel happy.
Yes.
I'll be
happy. I'll be the rock star I always wanted to be. What did you want to be?
But
what did you want to be?
An astronaut.
You wanted to be an astronaut?
I want to go to the moon, and I found out it's impossible.
You fake it. You got faked by space. You neophyte.
I'm going to the moon.
He was faked by this space hoax. Oh my gosh, what a neophyte. What a loser. Oh my gosh, Matt, I'm sorry for you. Sorry that we poked the hole in that thing.
Dude,
there's no vacuum in space.
This thing is crazy. Because number one, what is up with the president of the United States like putting up AI videos?
He's normalizing it.
It is completely normalized.
You just don't know.
It's the president of the United States. You're allowed to put up fake news clips in AI? That's okay?
Yes. I saw men's legs bleed and melt through like chairs and shit with Charlie Kirk. Didn't you?
The chair falls right through the chair and like warps.
And the man bleeds into the ground. GG.
They are like,
what are we watching?
Do they really think that their AI is good and people don't know the difference? Or are they so lost that they believe it and like, oh, this is really good. Like, let's put it out there. Like, where is their mind when they put things like this out? This is not the first time he's put up like random AI clips. And we used to give Biden so much shit about having his press conference inside of the fake Oval Theater. Oval Office. Like, oh, look, it's not even a real set.
Yeah.
Dude, these videos aren't even real. It's an AI. They're not even pretending.
Yeah.
At least he was in a real room talking. Yes, he didn't write the words, but it was him.
No, that was him AI. That was an AI version of him. You didn't see his lips not fully synced?
No, this is not him.
Yeah.
This Trump video is AI.
Yes. That
was a real Biden in a theater.
I'm with you. I'm back with you. Yes. You're right. You're correct. Yes. So we're at that point.
But this is okay.
Clearly,
AI videos of the president are fine.
Clearly,
but a president in a movie set is not a fine.
They're just becoming more efficient and economically efficient with their design plans. It is not economically efficient to actually go to a studio, Matt. It's far better to have a nerd be like, all right, just type this news thing and have me talk about it. We're there. We now have a president who's now making AI videos about med beds. The fuck? This ain't Elysium. I'm not going to the island. It's not going to happen.
So you're not going to go in the med bed?
No. Unless they're going to promise me that I can go 5 dreams deep and become the Prince of Persia that I always wanted to be.
If they promise you that you'll never wake up.
As long as I'm the Prince of Persia and
you'll be happy. You can join in this world.
I will have a harem.
Your loved ones will eventually join you.
Yeah, they'll join me in my harem. Yeah.
Your dog that passed 15 years ago, he'll be back.
Oh, Snoopy. Come back, Snoopy. Snoopy.
Just plug right in.
Hey, considering the way that society is going right now, maybe that might not be the worst option out of all of them. Think about. No, I don't want to go. I don't want to think about it. It's too negative. I was thinking about all these students that are graduating from these universities with degrees in underwater basket weaving, with no viable employment to their name. And for some reason, this reminds me. I have to talk about this, and I just have to bring it up. Have you seen Charlie Kirk's young college freshman replacement?
Dude.
Android. He's a freaking android. He's an android. He's not a real human. They're like you just talked about the Matrix and these pods. They produced this dude in a pod. And they shoved him out of the anal pod, and he's now on college campuses like being the next Charlie Kirk. He has zero authenticity, zero like stickiness. He seems like an android.
Brylan Hollahand.
What kind of name is that?
Brylan Hollahand.
I feel like this is some sort of
Did
esoteric.
you see that he was on all the major conservative news channels within an hour of Charlie Kirk dying?
That's what I'm saying. They're thrusting this android onto us.
His search history and his relevance online went from never heard of to trending all over the world.
It's all manufactured. Everything's made up. There's no way. Who is this kid? Who is this man-child?
His father made his money by building Section 8 housing in white neighborhoods. Can't make this shit up. They don't even fucking care.
Wait, what? His dad made his money
doing Section 8 housing in suburbs.
Oh, he's totally a good guy.
Yeah.
Because that's what all these neighborhoods want is Section 8 housing added to their communities.
He is a big donor in the RNC. He is being propped up by Ben Shapiro and the Daily Wire. He is extremely pro-Israel, pro-Zionist. He is unapologetically Zionist.
Now we know where the water hole has been truly poisoned.
Yeah, he's been manufactured. He wrote a book.
He's like a freshman in college. What have you learned in life?
He wrote a book. You can't start one of these until you write a book. You write the book, they write the book for you, and then you use that to springboard your career.
That's the play.
And they put him all on the news immediately after Charlie Kirk died. Immediately, he was on the news. Every single conservative news channel, he's on there. Oh, he was my mentor. Smile. I'm really sad to see my mentor go.
I saw him introduce himself. He's like, "Welcome everybody. I'm so glad you guys are here." Da, 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 da. I was like, "You have zero authenticity, zero
Doesn't
stickiness, zero personality. Who the hell even are you?" Like,
He's a robot.
It reminds me of that one meme of the dad who's talking to all these teenagers, and then suddenly the trans black dude says, like, "Calm down, honey," and he goes, "What the hell is even that?" That was my response when I saw this Brylan guy. What the hell is even that? Is what I thought.
He is the new leader and face of conservative youth. He is going to be everywhere. You will not be able to avoid him.
Can I say something rude?
Go for it.
Brylan, I appreciate you changing all of youth Christianity into a bunch of Jewish propaganda.
Yeah.
That's where it's going to...
That's exactly what it is.
It's just going to be
100% what
Jewish propaganda all over the place.
And he will say 70%, 80% of the things that people want to hear, people like, and then in it will be just propaganda, 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 propaganda. That's how propaganda works. Propaganda is not 100% propaganda all in your face all the time. They tell you 80% of what you want to hear so that you don't notice the 20% that they're putting in there constantly. That's what he is.
Brother, all I know is that when I saw this propaganda, this AI medbed, kind of want it. As long as they promise me that I'm going to be the Prince of Persia.
With Snoopy.
With Snoopy. If you give me Snoopy and Prince of Persia.
What if you can wake up as Snoopy?
I'd be like the Red Baron.
Who do you want to go into the medbed and wake up as? That is the question for today. See you guys next week.
Oh, I don't